microphone in front of my face. That probably helps. Let's try that again. Hello, everybody. We're going to be working on Ronnie's commission again. There we go. It looks like I have a halo, but... All right. Let's get some markers and let's get cranking on this. How's everybody week's been? We had a really great time at Cowtown Comic Con. Thank you, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area, especially for coming on out. You guys make it really hard to leave. We love going down there. Love seeing my sister. We have people on alternative. Get used to page up and down instead of scrolling with my mouse. All right, here we go. All right, looks like we were doing some contour lines, starting with some areas of completion. So let's get back to it. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and try and type something in. I'm not sure if the Facebook chat's working. I've reloaded everything, but Facebook's pretty finicky about when it goes on and comes off. You know, I shouldn't be testing this marker out right here. Okay, this is sort of like a spotting blacks pin. Oof, that was a bloody. I want to script Ronnie's Captain America. So kind and generous just to let me sort of go crazy with this and do whatever I want. Let me see if I can do better. That one's coming in pretty thick. We're looking for a thin line for some of these smaller details. That's better. There we go. Just doing some dog tags. Oh. I've been running and gunning. Sorry I was late starting the stream. Today's my mom's birthday, so Joy made her a bondiga soup. I helped. I mashed the meatballs with my bare hands. That was my contribution. And then my dad and Joy beat my mom and I at dominoes, even though it was my mom's birthday. So I think my mom's gonna make them miserable over the next couple of days. I think either that or I think we told mom that she won, so maybe she won't remember that she lost. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So back from Dallas, lots of stuff happening. We got the Death Watch #1 Kickstarter going. So I just want to remind everybody to, if you enjoy this live stream, please support me in my artistic endeavors. It's what allows me to do things like this. I had a hard crash. That was another reason why I was a little bit late. I had a hard crash right before we started streaming, so it's about time to upgrade this machine here. Yeah, but we just got back from Dallas, Fort Worth with Cowtown. And Dallas is absolutely gorgeous this time of year. And the cost of living there is probably about half of what it is up here in Salt Lake. So it's good to know that if all else fails, I can sell my house, pocket $500,000 and move to Texas. But no, I enjoy the South. Everyone is polite and kind and courteous and yes sir, yes ma'am, thank you, and I just like that a lot. A lot of good people down there. So I highly recommend, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, make sure you attend next year because it's a good show. All right, let's see what else we got. I need to do a little bit more pencil work on this airplane, but I'll probably just keep inking down here. Because it's hard for you guys to see what I'm doing if I'm just using pencils all the time. They don't come in very well. I should have all my pencils done before I start live streaming. Oof. This is the first time I've gotten a draw today, and it is 8 o'clock at night, so I'm not warmed up at all. Like I said, I've been doing a ton of stuff with my Kickstarter. Tooth, yep, late night. How we doing, buddy? Nobody's not on, so you're safe from all the dad jokes for now. Turn your output up because you are... Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec. I had a hard crash right before the live stream, bud, so that's why. Okay, let's see. It reset. Anytime I restart my computer, it resets all my stuff. Okay, that should fix it. How about now, Tooth? If that don't work, I don't... Way better. Okay. Left Brain Co. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you on board. So, we're just drawing tonight. We're going to get this looking as cute as we can with just some inks, and then we'll color it up. But feel free to if you have commissions or you want to draw, just draw right along with us and ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer. So, oh, well, you asked for it, buddy. All right, let's get out some of these finer markers here. I need a drink of water too. Oh no, there it is. All right, sweet. Oh yeah, it's the good stuff, man. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, we have 2 size 1s. Let's see. Lots of times with these pins, even though like they'll say size 1, like they'll have a thinner or a thicker line. This one looks to be pretty accurate. Let's see what this other one does. Let's see if it comes in scratchy or thick. Oh, they're about the same. Okay, so these are both really consistent ones. That's good. All right, let's see how this 5 does. Yes, perfect. Okay. So let's do some small details on this pouch, and then when I get my confidence up, we'll move towards the face. So just wanted to remind everybody that we have the pre-launch page for Deathwatch #1. Tooth, you've been with us long enough that you've actually seen me draw some of the Deathwatch pages on this stream. Well, we finally got the Kickstarter up and running. We got all the cover art in. Excuse me. I did just get done eating Abondiga soup, which is what my mom wanted for her birthday, so a little gassy. My apologies. And I also got some new glasses, so it makes it really easy to draw, because these are intermediate and short distance glasses, and I have different glasses for long range viewing, so it puts a lot less strain on my eyes when I'm drawing, doing it that way. I am going to raise this up just a smidge though. Oh. Alright, let's adjust the camera. Rawr. There we go. Come on. So I checked it out, that Logitech camera, the one that's supposed to have like a lot of control on it. First of all, they want $400 for it, to which I say, eat my shorts. You can get a really good webcam for about $75. And even though their arm looks really cool, that can't cost more than like 50 cents to make. So there's no way I'm going to be paying like an extra $325 for that creative arm. I'll let them crash and burn and buy it on eBay or some crazy thing like that, but I'm not forking out 400 frickin' bucks for a fancy webcam. Sorry guys, I love you. But mama don't raise no fool, because that's a ripoff. I mean, maybe if it was like a Gucci camera or something like that. And who knows, maybe it's like their R&D model and they're trying to gauge popularity, but that's how much they're asking for it on the Indiegogo. So when the Kickstarter is live, I'm going to be giving away prizes on the live stream. So we go live. Oh, I guess I should say that there will not be a live stream on Thursday next week. We're going to do the live stream earlier because I will be in I'll be in New York on Thursday, or at least flying out to New York on Thursday. But when I come back and we do live streams, I'm going to be giving away stuff, but only to people who have backed my campaign. So, and some of you might be like, well, I don't have any money right now. I get it. I totally understand. Maybe I should do something like, maybe if you like share it on social media, or I don't know. But our first tier is only $2. And it's just a thank you for supporting the campaign, because every tiny bit is gonna help. I've told Marvel and DC that I'm not doing interiors anymore, and Marvel has been really cool, supplying me with a ton of covers. All I've been doing since San Diego Comic-Con is covers. And I think 5 out of 6 of those covers have been Marvel books. So watch out for my artwork on The Incredible Hulk #8. And that's going to be the Midtown Comics variant. I'm also doing a variant for Ghost Rider #1. So, and that's going to be Johnny Blaze. So it's going to be like sort of a shout out to Ghost Rider from the era when I read Ghost Rider. For those of you who follow the book, there's been several iterations of Ghost Rider. The original was it was more of a like a Lone Ranger type figure. And then Johnny Blaze, when they updated him, when I read the comics, well, and then at some point he started riding a motorcycle. But Mark Texeira, I hope I'm saying that right, Mark Texeira, had a killer run in the late 80s, early 90s on Ghost Rider. Is one of my favorite books. He was just an amazing artist. Also went to school with Jimmy Palmiotti. So those guys are like really good friends. Let me check there. Let's see. Sad to see you not doing interiors anymore. Well, okay. So when I say I'm not doing interiors for Marvel and DC, I'm doing interiors for myself. So if you want to see interiors, Death Watch, the Kickstarter goes live October 13th. And I did all the interiors for Death Watch, and then I also did all the interiors for Jimmy Palmiotti and Patrick. Oh my gosh, Patrick Wedge's new book, The Hunters. So it is, Sarah. It was my mom's birthday, and I made her soup. And then I came downstairs, and my computer crashed. And then I couldn't find Ronnie's commission, so I started at 8:10 when I was supposed to start at 8. But we're rolling with the punches. I'm talking to the chat, guys. If this seems a little disjointed, the conversation. Yeah. And then my dad and Joy beat us in dominoes. Like they were show no mercy. I was like, you're not gonna let Mom win on her birthday? But they only won by 7 points, so it was a close game. How was your last conventions? Cowtown was amazing. I just got done talking to the Void about how I'm considering moving to Texas because I like Texas so much. Yeah, I loved it. I just need a 10-gallon hat. Howdy. Let's see. Got to meet Chad and Count. Yeah. And then since we've been back, I've just been cranking on the Kickstarter, and I'm excited. We already have 70 followers for the pre-launch campaign, and we've only had the pre-launch campaign went live like at Monday night at probably early Tuesday morning. So shoot, I didn't leave a little indentation here for the shorts, so I'm gonna fudge it just a little bit there, and I'll come in with some white gouache and fix it later. I should have like a little raise there. Sorry, I just distracted myself. I'm sure I was talking about Cowtown. Oh no, Kickstarter. Yeah, so we have 70 followers, and on Temerity, I think we had 115, 112 followers before launch, and we did about 20,000. So, I think right now the trajectory is about the same as Temerity, so that's good. But I'm hustling as hard as I can to see if we can't break some of those records. Even though I'd be happy with that, like the higher we go, the more the artists get paid. Basically, if we go over 60,000 with our Kickstarter, all the money after 60,000. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of it will go into stretch goals and things like that. But we're actually gonna pay artist royalties on the campaign. So if you are artists that contributed to the book, you'll get a kickback. Jared the writer, Chuck the colorist, Murat, Tyler, Ryan, and Ali Garza, they'll all get paid. even though we did a, even though I did a cover swap for their stuff, they'll still get paid. I'll pay out royalties to everyone. So, um, yeah. And don't get me wrong, $60,000 is a lot for a starting campaign, but a guy can dream, right? I spent the afternoon trying to make sure some of this art got in the slide folder, but there is a link on my Instagram. Um, I'm running ads, so if you go to my Instagram, go to my profile. There's a link directly to the campaign. There's also a link on my Linktree. Um, and if you've subscribed to any of my campaigns in the past, you should be getting alert from Kickstarter. The page is loaded. I'm actually going to shift my drawing board here for a sec. How do I do that, Tooth? How do I do that? Could even post on Reddit. I didn't think about that. I am going to post on Pinterest, though. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. But I have a laundry list of stuff that I got to do, Tooth. But you got to remember, like, I'm doing covers for DC. I'm doing commissions at the same time. Like, I'm doing everything. I'm giving it all she's got. So, but that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Nightbot. Oh. Well, that worked. What does that do? What does that do, Tooth? That you have commands. Ah. All right, I will check that out. Thank you for the information. I need it. Need all the help I can get on this stuff. I am pretty proud of myself, though. I figured out Kickstarter pretty well. Um, this is my first Kickstarter that I'm basically doing without Gemma there to hold my hand. And so far, I haven't gotten stuck. So I'm pretty proud of that. But I'm also having a hard time getting Google Analytics to work and API mapping in Meta. So I don't know if any of you guys have experience with any of those fun, lovely activities. But if you have any tips, let me know. Because that's not very intuitive stuff, let me tell you. They don't make it for old people trying to figure out computers. Let's see. So if were to make the comment links, it would then display whatever you have set up for that. Okay. Would it flash that on the screen, or would it just put it in the chat? Yeah, and I have a Stream Deck too. I don't use it, so I imagine I could just press a button, right? In chat, okay. Okay. So Allison, you need to come over for dinner one of these nights and show me how to do it. Yeah, but writing scripts isn't that hard. I used to work in video games. Scripts I can handle. Depending, well, I'm 99% sure it's going to be Java, right? Let's see, that and the Elgato. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. The Elgato. It's not. Okay. Well, chances are there's going to be a YouTube video on it, right? I mean, I don't know. Do you think I could just watch a YouTube video and figure it out? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty good at YouTube University, but sometimes I get out in the weeds and it's not that great. What was I doing the other day where I went to do something and it didn't work? Can't remember. Must not be that important, right? So if I was really good at inking, I could get all the. Right now, I'm sort of reinforcing my line. But the more you ink, the more confident you're going to get with the variable widths of your either your brush pens or your Raphael 8404s. Um, I really should move back to brushes. I like the. I know that when I was doing all my own inks for like Dragon Age, that I got really good at the brush, and it saves you. It ends up saving you a lot of time because you're not doing this with this hand, holding 6 markers in one hand, and going back for a different size tip or whatever, and checking to make sure it works. It's like so long as you keep your brush clean, and you don't accidentally like leave uh, your Winsor Newton Series 7 or your Kolinsky 8404 soaking in a bucket overnight, you should be just fine. You should be able to use those for decades. Um, I'm pretty sure that if I started inking with those right now, that those are the same brushes I inked um, Dragon Age with way back in like 2012, 2011. So if you take care of your brushes, they'll take care of you. Um, and the other thing is if you're good about that, you're going to save a ton of money because each one of these stupid little things, you're only going to get a page out of this tops, okay, and then you throw it away and it's $7. So these are great for like on the road where you don't want because you don't want to take your brushes on the road. The TSA will jack your crap up. Um, and I've been doing so many conventions. I get really used to just always using my convention tools. But if you're gonna be serious about inking, you gotta know how to do it with a uh, brush and ink, and not these stupid marker pens. Better for the environment, cheaper, more versatile, but definitely a steeper learning curve. And so one of the things I did to teach myself how to paint is I just started using the Winsor Newton or the Raphael just to do things like spot blacks. Um, uh, and then when I got confident using it, I moved up to contour lines and then moved up to detail lines. And at that point, once you get there, just don't ever go back. Because what I did stupidly was I just started using an iPad, and I did it for convenience sake, and I did it because um, people didn't want to pay me for pages. But can you imagine if I had all those Harley pages right now, Allison? Uh, I'm not okay, Sarah. Though you know what I'm talking about. Which Dragon Age should I work in? Okay, let's see. So let me answer. Uh, I'm not Scott Williams, Sarah. Is what I'm saying. I'm not. I can hold my own, but I'm not like a ninja master. I'm like Jackie Chan when he's drunk. Well, actually, Jackie Chan's pretty good when he's drunk. I'm like I don't know. I'm not that good. Yeah, there you go. And then let's see, Dragon Age. I did Dragon Age. What was the name of the graphic novels? Son of a biscuit tooth. I'm gonna have to Google it. I want to say like ones like there's sleep in the title. There's sleep in the title. That's but it was a pretty popular book. Probably the most illegal downloaded comic of all time. I think it had like 600 million illegal downloads from torrent sites. And I actually had Russian hackers like get into my email and stole the pages uh, and put them up on Russian sites before they went to print. So apparently, Dragon Age is the shit in Russia. And Russians like their video games. Uh, HMU when you get some time. I don't know what HMU means, guys. What does HMU mean? Hit me. Okay, okay, all right. Harley cover that you worked on. My favorite. Okay, so I think it might be in this little rotation in the slideshow that we're doing. It was definitely uh, Harley Quinn the animated series, Court of Owls, or no, sorry, Legion of Bats, number 5. But the original cover had Harley, Ivy, and Catwoman, and then DC changed it to Frank the Plant, which is basically a plant that looks like a giant pair of balls. Pardon my French. But that's what they look like. And so even though like I'm really proud of the artwork on the cover, like I felt like DC like spoiled my fun just a little bit. Okay, hold on. Let's see what. Okay, this is the. Yeah, this is the stirrup. So let's see. That's gonna go in front. Well, Sarah will be back. Yeah, Ronnie's gonna be happy with this one. We'll have to turn this one into a sticker. This would be like a really fun sticker. Oh, I know what we can talk about. What if you guys were gonna fund my Kickstarter? What stretch goals would you like to see on the crowdfunding campaign? Like what freebies do you like to get when you do when you order comics off a crowdfunder? I was thinking like bookmarks, and this is for Death Watch. So I'm trying to do gifts that or stretch goals that are sort of in that theme, in that time period. So I was thinking about doing like a Death Watch tarot card deck. Um, but someone said if I did that, I couldn't do media mail. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. There's a lot of things to consider. Postcards and print. Yeah. Um, Definitely gonna do prints. I was definitely gonna do some metal cards. bookmarks that I can do remarks on, and remarks in calligraphy. I thought that'd be cool. So you have like quotes from the book. Um, uh, what other things was I thinking about? Someone suggested doing Hero Forge models, but you run into the same problem. You're gonna spend more on shipping. Sorry, I'm focusing on these socks right now, guys, and that's why I stopped talking. That's an undertaking. I've been trying to complete a tarot card for a long time. What if I just did like a few cards? Like maybe, like what if I went through the deck and maybe like picked 4 cards and just made stickers out of them or something instead of like doing the whole deck? Do you think that would interest people, or would that just be like say do major arcana cards? What's that? What's that? I was thinking about doing like a little Ouija board. Because the campaign's basically running straight through Halloween. They are said to be more powerful in the deck. First 21, and then they have specific meanings to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, 21 cards, that's a lot. That is a lot of work. If only I had some students that I could hire that just crank that out for me. I wonder. Ah, better versions of the books. What about extra pages? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm I'm so much a comic snob. I'm always gonna, you know what though? I guess I don't have to tell people that, right? Like I could just say like, hey, this gets us like really, cool, funky, awesome paper, holofoil, lenticular, you know, type of stuff. Book plates. What's a book plate? I have to Google that. I don't know, because I'm a nerd. What about a zine? What's a zine? Just like a little tiny ash can? And ex libris from the Latin form from the books. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Uh, dude, I think I had this smiley face on this bomb with a ball gag in its mouth. I don't know if I should do that. What do you guys think? I think I'll just do like a normal bit. You know, like a horse or something. And I probably didn't mean to do that because that is taking things like a little far in my opinion. But that's what it looked like after. Sometimes when you leave a drawing and you come back to that drawing later, you know, whatever it looked like in your mind at the time, it doesn't look like that when you come back. So it is good to like you know, sleep on take a night, take a break from your work, and you know, maybe take a nap, come back to it a couple hours later and look at it with fresh eyes. Helps you find a lot of mistakes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, little comic book usually. Yeah, yeah. Um, I think if I was gonna do that, I would just do like a little black and white edition. But if I'm gonna do that, like we would need to be like we'd need to raise like probably like 65,000 before I could afford that. Oh, I got variant covers already. I got variant covers with uh, some of my students did some. I got Tyler Kirkham. I got Ali Garza. Um, I should have asked Dawn. I bet you she would have done one. Ryan Kincaid and Marat Michaels. You know, next time I will ask Dawn because that's a lot of dudes. Nobody representing Team Girl. Um, I don't think I could afford Adam. I don't think I could afford Jimmy. Um, so how I get variants is I do what's called a cover swap. So I'll do a cover for them and they'll do a cover for me. Um, because otherwise I don't have the thousands of dollars that Allie and Tyler are going to charge. And I know that Adam probably won't touch a cover for less than 6 or 7. So, okay. But here's the thing. Covers take a really long time. So, matter of fact, the reason why I didn't launch like 4 months ago, mostly because I was waiting on covers. So if I made that a stretch goal, because I had a ton of cash, it's completely it leaves your campaign completely up in the air until that artist delivers on their artwork. So, and here's the other thing. I know that I would get bumped if Marvel or DC called. You know, I could talk to them. I could try. You're right. I could try. Um, I could definitely try. So let's see. But you know, a lot of the stuff we're talking about like bringing in like $70,000 plus to be able to do some of those things. I'm gonna be tickled pink if I get 20. So, um, I've done these before, and don't get me wrong. My last Kickstarter, so the first Kickstarter I did, we got a little over 5,000. Um, The second Kickstarter we did like 21, uh, and it just grew from there. So maybe we'll do. I don't know. They seem to go up a couple of thousand every time. I don't know. I just try to not get too excited. But I should. I should definitely plan for success, right? And that way, if it happens, I'm not standing there going derp derp derp. Heck, Tooth, I should have you ask Steven to do one. Yeah, for art. Who, Adam or Jimmy? Sitting there drawing all these bombs dropping on planet Earth with mushroom clouds, and we're staring down World War III. Oh, okay. Well, I'd love to have one from him. He's insanely talented. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm dead serious about it. Oh, Joy and Boo are downstairs. Uh oh, uh, Boo just jumped on the bed. She's not allowed on any furniture. She's gonna get in trouble. You guys are about to hear some craziness. So what are you guys drawing tonight? Are you just hanging out, or are you drawing with me? I don't know how straight that circle was. Okay, so I have a few places I need to come back and fix. Right there. Maybe just right there. Trying to finish my tower card. Silly Boo. Boo's having a hard time, Allison. She's super depressed now that Tacy's gone. You know, when the girls are here, she's like zoomy. She like runs up and down the stairs and, you know, is happy and her whole body wiggles. But when it's just Joy and I, she just lays on the ground and looks sad all day long. What's going on, buddy? So I take it that you were on Facebook and none of the messages were coming through? Yeah. Dude. Yeah. It's like every time I turn on and off my computer, Russ, it resets all my settings on everything. Yeah. I used to build my own PCs and maintain my own PCs, but it just got so tedious to be like your own tech support. But I don't know. I think basically, if I'm going to take this computer, shut it down, and, let the manufacturer fix it, I'm going to have another computer to fill its spot. And at that point, why wouldn't you just buy a new machine, move everything over, and not pay the repair bill? Yeah. How you doing though, buddy? Where you at? Where you been? What's the good news? Talk to us. Are you a millionaire yet? You here to tell me that you're buying a island out in the Caribbean and you want me to come help you drink Mai Tais all day? I hope that's why you're... Oh, come on, Russ. Russ, you've done some Kickstarters lately. I'm gonna send you a media packet, buddy. If you wouldn't mind. I got Death Watch going finally, bud. I set up Kickstarters for Murat, Tucci, Kincaid, and lots of others. Then I do backer kit for Mendoza, Tucci, Murat, McKay. Well, buddy, come on over. Because I've been doing all this crap by myself, man. I love Billy. I don't get to hang out with him as much as I'd like. I always see him in New York, though. I'll say hi to him in New York. You going to New York, Betty? Mm, Forgot some of the details here on this tail. Hold on one sec. Jeez, can you guys even see what I'm doing? I've like slid over so far. Well, I got most of the work done, bud. But maybe just take a look at it and say, yeah, doing good, or there's a ticking time bomb here. Might want to take that out to the garbage can and let it blow up out there. For sure. Okay, cool. That'd be great. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Tell us right now what tiers you think would be good for Death Watch. I don't know if you've been following the chat, or were you just screaming at your computer screen on Facebook trying to talk there and it wasn't coming through? Dude, this music's so freaking annoying. People love them. Let's see. Have you seen some? You need to do a mystery. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's a great idea. Okay. Now, Russ, would you put things like commissions? Tell me what you would put in the mystery box other than uh, like old inventory. Would you put in like like commissions? Because I mean, I think the whole appeal of mystery box is you might pull something out that people just are like, "Woo, I love it." So like, would you put in like a commission or? So Russ, if you're like the admin on all these Kickstarters for all these guys, like if I gave you an advertisement, could you just drop it in the updates page? I mean, you obviously you'd have to like ask permission. I'm not asking you to do something where you're not asking permission, but would you be the guy to talk to? Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna ink. I'm gonna ink these bombs right here, and then we'll move up to. Oh, Russ. One of the other things I was gonna do is like a cameo tier. I don't know if you think that's a good idea or not. I know I'd need to make everyone sign a model release, but seems to be a pretty popular thing to do. Let's see. Okay. That'd be great, Russ. That would help out so much. We got a lot of gas uh, in the first couple days. I was really happy with that. But I think yesterday, Tuesday, Tuesday we added 50 followers, and today we only added 20. So I want to keep pushing as many promotions as I can, because I know what preliminary numbers do. You know how they sort of translate to pledges. Um, you know what, man? I'll talk to you about that. I'll talk to you about that. You know, Russ, everything you've said is like absolutely true, and I've already gone that route. But for whatever reason, I can't get him to return an email. So I don't know like what's going on with him and Murphy and all that crazy stuff. Like, did you see that? So anyway, I think he has his hands full at the moment. So I'm just gonna pursue other pursue other leads. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's ironic that the book wouldn't exist without what he did with Tyler and Allie on Artist Elite, and then we talked about moving over to Legends, and everything seemed like it was gonna be fine, and crickets, buddy. That's all I can say. Crickets. I'm not sure either, but if you can get him to respond to an email, let me know how you did it. So, because he hasn't responded to any form of outreach, email, social media, private message, text. So, I don't know what the heck's going on. Exactly, dude. Exactly, bro. But you know what? I'm sort of excited about that, Russ, because um I don't know. There's a little bit of a thrill doing it. Just you know, 100% you. You know what I mean? Nobody to blame. Nobody to blame but myself if things f up, right? I'm doing covers for Marvel. Um, I'm doing. I just finished a Edge of the Spider Verse cover. I'm now working on a Hulk and a Ghost Rider. Hulk number 8, Ghost Rider number 1. I did a Wolverine cover. Uh, so yeah, I'm just cranking on Marvel covers, buddy. Finally got on the list, and the floodgates are open. Yeah. I know the Hulk is for Midtown. I just did that Usagi Yojimbo for Nerd Store. Yeah, I love Usagi. I've read that book since 16 years old. I'm 50 now, so Yeah, yeah, it's been done for months. I've been waiting on variant covers. Um, Matter of fact, I still got to ink alleys. But yeah, yeah, it's 100% complete. You're gonna have to walk me through that, buddy. I'm not quite understanding what you're saying. Really? So, okay, okay. So, okay, set it low like 2K or under. Okay. Dude, that scares the shit out of me. But I'm going to trust you, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but also if I set it to 1K and I only get 1K, which I'm like you. I think I'll get more than that, but um okay. All right. I'm going to trust you, buddy. I'm glad I did this. This is why I do this stuff. Get the word out. Get tips from everyone. Be writing this down. Well, I don't have any naughty covers, so. But we broke that with temerity. Okay. I mean, this is what I'm drawing now is about as not as it gets. Heck on it, I keep sliding the camera down. Yeah, that don't. Yeah, I'm sure they do. You know, I, I'm one of these guys that I don't know. I think I got enough drawing skills that I don't need to go down that route if I don't want to. I got daughters, and I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. Okay. Russ, I think you're probably better known than I am. Everybody knows the great Russ Cassidy. You know what? Well, no, Jimmy does do nudity for Painkiller Jane. Hmm. Because I'm doing Jimmy's book at the same time, Russ. We're doing the Hunters as well, so I'll actually have two books. Yeah, um, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I grew up on, I don't know, it was a different time. Playboys were in every bathroom. Um, but it bugs the hell out of Joy, and I'd rather have peace in my marriage than. Yeah, yeah. No, hey, I get it, buddy. I get it. Yeah, right. Left brain. If Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the way I feel about it is like, and um, and I think if I like, I think if I had a nude scene, I don't think Joy would care if I did a nude scene or if I did, because she doesn't care if I do figure drawings. Like I have nude figure drawings on my other Instagram site. It's Hardened Figure Art, or Hardened Figure Drawings or something like that. She's not opposed to that. It's like she's like the genre, I guess, like the provocativeness or it's hard to explain, but I just steer clear. I just don't. I guess I don't need money that bad. I don't know. Not yet. But no, Russ, I trust me, I get it. It makes smart business sense, but did I tell you that yeah, figure drawing is definitely different. Did I tell you that Penthouse Comics offered me a job the other day? Yeah. Yes. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, Larry Flint's been dead for what? You know what? They should talk to Steven Tooth. That's who they should frickin' talk to. I mean, he's practically doing it already. So when I read yeah, I'll I'll tell you later. Just to be sure, but can only work after 10 p.m. You know what, man? You just gotta live an honest life, bro. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I, nah, it's not worth it to me. I've thought about that, Russ, but it just seems duplicitous. You know what I mean? I know why artists and writers do it. They get pigeonholed. They get typecast. Um, but if the whole reason why I'm doing it is to not have contention in my house, a pseudonym is not going to help. Yeah. Well, it's not too silly, bud, because I thought of it. It's like Animal House. You remember Animal House where like the devil and the angel appear on the shoulders? That shit still happens to me. Jeez, you guys can't even see where I'm drawing. Daggone it. Sorry. No, no wonder. I'm like, why is everyone tuning out? Why is everyone turning off the thing? Because I'm not checking my screen. Man, time flies though. Can't believe it's already like 9:30. No, I just did them. I did them on my iPad because I should have inked them. I should have, but I just wanted to get it done, man. And to be honest with you, like I've never sold. Well, that's not true. I've sold plenty of Traveler pages, and that was creator owned. So, um, it was creator owned by Stan Lee, though, not me. But it wasn't a Marvel book, Marvel or DC book, and those pages can be really hard to move. Yeah, yeah, I know. Bob Shaw has Yannick just do one-off prints, one-off digital prints, and they look gorgeous. And Yannick actually, he's getting as much now for his. Are you going to put up your cover? Yes, yes, I am, and I do have that. I always do like covers and splashes traditionally for that reason, but I don't do the interiors. I just don't think there's that much of a market for it. And I might regret that decision, like, way down the line. But for right now, I almost nailed that perfectly, and I messed it up just a tiny smidge. Should not be doing this part with the size 1 brush. Yeah, yeah. You know what though? I, I'll tell you the other thing though, Russ. Like, I'm an art snob, and I'm always gonna draw the way that I feel like gives me the best result. And I really do think my interiors look better when I just do them digitally. Um, because I draw mostly digitally, and I'd rather the printed book look good than hope that I could sell those pages down the road. I mean, the way I look at it is the only way those pages are going to be valuable is if the property's a success. But if the property's a success, then somebody grabs it and turns it into a movie, and the pages still don't matter. So, thank you, buddy. Yeah, there'll always be the original cover. I've thought about just keeping it for myself, but you can't get sentimental about this stuff. I mean, I'm still paying for kids' colleges, and you know, and don't get me wrong. Like Tacy has a scholarship and everything, and she's paying her own way. But every time I go down to see her, I give her a couple $100. So I'd rather have the money now. But you're right. My feelings my feelings might change on it. And I would love to work traditionally, but it slows me down. Probably takes double the time. Um, I mean, I remember when I was working on the Traveler, just scanning the pages and cleaning everything up in Photoshop and making sure that it was perfect before I converted it to a LZW compressed TIFF. After performing the threshold operation, just doing that took me 2 hours. So I could save myself 2 hours a day, just not even putting pen to paper. Um, yeah. So, and I think I think people would rather have the comic. More people are going to be happy if they have a comic book in their hand than like the one collector that can afford the page. So I hear you, buddy. No, hats off to all those guys that kept it OG. Uh, Simone Bianchi. Who's that other Italian guy right now? Federici, Mirica Andolfo. Sort of makes you wish you're born in Europe. You know what though? I probably should, because I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna demand that as proof that it wasn't like AI generated. I think that's gonna be a big sticking point in the next decade. Italians, the detail work. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. I made a mistake, but I never point out my own mistakes. I let the client do it. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's it's decent. But every now and then you get like a perfect commission, perfect drawing. And don't get me wrong, like there's no such thing as a perfect anything. But you just have this feeling inside where it's like, yeah, I sort of killed it on that one, and I like that feeling. And you definitely don't get it on every piece of artwork, that's for sure. I think Ronnie will be, thrilled with this, but I'm definitely gonna fix a few things before I turn it into a print. How about that? So I'm gonna take this when it's done, and I'm gonna modify it uh, and make different branches of the military uh, stickers. Because Chatty Boy's serving on the Jimmy Carter. Um, no, maybe I'm not supposed to talk about that. Um, he serves in the Navy. Russ, is it okay to talk? I was on the aircraft carrier. The reason why I wonder though, like I know that he's given me gifts, and he's like, you cannot put this on the internet. Like I have a Jimmy Carter hat, like a crew hat, and maybe that's why is um, I don't want people thinking that like I served in the Navy, but I don't know, man. What are the rules on that? He is out at sea, but see, I don't know. I don't know any of that shit. They don't tell us. There's no way for me to know. You know, it's funny. If anyone watches this video and they don't have this chat, none of this is going to make sense to anybody. Okay, I can definitely say what ship he's on. Okay, well, he's on the Jimmy Carter. He is the sonar tech on the Jimmy Carter. A sonar tech, I guess, because I think you have like 4 or 5 people that basically have the same job because you have to have like continual. Um, you have to have someone on the stations at all time. So, no comment. Let's just say I don't think he'll be re-upping, but he might. I think it'll depend on the job market, buddy. Yeah, there. Yeah, exactly. He got stories to tell, though, buddy. Yeah. I think he has to do like 6 or something like that. I think he signed up for 6. But see, it took it. Here's what sucks. Like he was supposed to only be in like boot camp for like I don't know 6 weeks, and then like naval training school for like another 6 weeks. And because of COVID, he was over there. He was there for like 18 months, for like a year and a half. So he was supposed to be making like bank after, you know, right after basic, and it's just now that he's making 4 active, 2 reserve, 2 inactive. Let's see, it's usually 4 active, 2 reserve, 2 inactive reserve. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we got this inked, and we have 48 minutes left. Would you rather me draw the plane, or would you rather me start coloring? You know, it's funny. I can look up. I can look up at. I have the OBS screen like right in front of me, and I can look up at the screen and look at the drawing and spot errors that I don't see while I'm looking at the drawing. Color. Okay. Tooth has spoken. He wants to see color. Should we start with the nukes? Some nuclear missiles. I always talk like George Bush when nuclear. Good old Georgie boy. Okay. We will definitely do some color. I keep finding tiny little areas that I missed in inking though. This is the worst part about inking. You're like, oh, I'm done. Nope, not yet. Oh, I'm done. Nope, not yet. Oh, I'm done. Maybe not. Okay, so Russ, your ideas. Let me just make sure I got this before we. Well, I mean, we got about 10 minutes left, but before you take off, so mystery boxes. Definitely got to do mystery boxes. Um, let's see. Dang, what do I do with all my? Hold on, I gotta take a sip. Let's see if we can fix the camera. Gosh, I keep complaining about the price of that stupid that Logitech, but I bet you anything I wouldn't have these problems. Right? Is that better? I don't know. Yeah, I will. I will. Okay, let's see. Okay, got some E21. I need some E00. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. I have to find my E00. I still have everything packed up from Cowtown. Okay. It's dude. It's they said I took the survey. They're like, would you buy it if it was like $400? And I was like, not only know it, fuck no. Pardon my French. Is that what they do? Why do you think it'd be good at that price, dude? Like even the most expensive web camera right now, like top of the line, is $150. The arm, like this stupid thing, this is what cost you like, you know, $400. Get get the software, dude. All this shit's built in, man. No, it's a fucking scam, bro. I ain't paying it. You can buy me one and send it. Send it on over. I'm a El Cheapo, man. I raised 4 kids, and I didn't do it by spending freaking tons of money on stupid webcams. So with these alcohol-based markers, you can actually get a darker tone by just going over the area more than once. And one of the reasons why I like to draw with Kohl-Erase is because it has sort of like this nice blending effect on your pencils, and it'll actually like turn it into a. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, freaking Chuck's the man. You call him Chuckles? I'm not gonna call him Chuckles. Be afraid he'd stab me. Can you guys see any of this flesh tone coming in? Or does it just look like. And granted, I will say this much, Tooth. This camera that I'm using here is a giant piece of shit. But it's free and I got it. I should probably switch this camera with the Logitech. I'll do that for next stream. It's the same reason I don't have an Apple. I do have an Apple phone though. And I do have an iPad. But I don't have an Apple computer. Because I refuse to pay like freaking $10,000 for something I can buy for like $2,000. I scared everybody off, got angry at my own fans. Okay. Yeah, Chuck is the. I like Chuck. There aren't too many people that I trust with colors. I trust Alex, but Alex is coloring every DC book at DC. Um, I like Aaron, who did the colors on Temerity. Um, Russ, I should have you do some interiors. I forgot that you were colors, man. Paulo Pantera. Yeah, but didn't Paulo get caught like using AI or some crazy shit like that? I mean, isn't that what that was about? Yeah. And I think what it was is Chuck knew that it was AI, and Paulo was basically denying it, and Chuck was like, "Dude, you can't lie to people like that." Yeah. I mean, obviously, like not everything that Paulo does is AI. There's no way, because he has a very distinct look. I don't think he needs it. I don't know why. I don't know why he went that route. I think he's a great artist, just stand alone. But yeah, that cover he did for Brian. He basically just he did one for Wildstorm, and then tried to recycle it, which is, I mean, if you're getting paid for original art, you need to deliver original art. It's sort of a bitch move. Um, I don't know. But dude, let me tell you something about Paulo. He's jacked, bro. Paulo could frickin' like Paulo heard me talking shit. He'd reach through his computer and like frickin' rip my head off and shove it up my bunghole. Dude, fucking, dude, Greg is the real deal, bro. Like when I was in Mexico with Greg, holy shit, man. I was doing CrossFit at the time. I had like I want to say a 300-pound bench press, which is 100 pounds heavier than what I did in high school. And I was nothing next to Brian or Greg. I mean, Greg, Greg Capullo. Brian Sharp was my friend that I was with. Dude, he was so good, so good. Dude, how many years did you spawn? Like 15 years? Yes. Yes, Brian Sharp. Yeah. Yeah, I love Brian. I just think he he had to focus on his work. You know what I mean? He's like a manager of like a giant bank down there in Phoenix. And then Murat moved to Texas, and is Murat in Vegas now? Is that where Murat's at now, bud? They didn't like the Texas weather. Dude, I was just there. It was freaking beautiful, man. What didn't they like? Does it get like super cold in the winter or something? Because let me tell you something. I grew up in Las Vegas. And it's beautiful 9 months out of the year. And then it's a living fucking hell for three. Colder. Okay, so yeah, they've been in Phoenix. They've been in Phoenix too long. Huh. That's weird. Texas is weird. So, my buddy John Ross, he works for the Department of Defense. I think he actually works for like a contractor, like uh, a third party corporation, a security corporation. But he basically guards nukes out at the Nevada test site. And we picked this. There's a tiny little town that's like equal distance between Austin, Dallas, and Houston. And that town is like located perfectly in between all three, and it's basically the only business in town is they have a giant brewery. Oh, they still have the house in Phoenix. Oh, cool. So that's our rally point, though. That little brewery town in the middle of all those three big cities. Because I figure if I moved there, there'd be so many conventions. Like that's what Mustafa said. It's like he has a convention every week just in Texas. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have to like hop on a plane like every weekend. And so I'm just going over a little of these areas. Um, the Tuscan red that I use is a nice mix between uh, red is a turning color. Okay, and there's just enough blue in this Tuscan red to give it sort of a reddish, purplish, which makes it perfect for like indicating it. I can't talk and draw at the same time. Indicating plane changes. Basically rounding things out, which is why I love these pencils. But it used to be that you could buy them separately, and now Prismacolor makes you buy the entire like 12 pack, and I'm out of them, and I refuse to buy the entire 12 pack. I hope I didn't piss off Tooth. You still there, buddy? Tooth? Mental note. Don't have arguments. Okay. I want that web camera really bad. I just don't want to pay $400 for it. I mean, that's a PlayStation. That's a PlayStation 5, right? How much is a PlayStation 5? $500? I don't know. Anyway, I want it. I don't want to pay for it. Is it 500? Yeah. I guess I should look at it this way. This commission would pay for it. One commission. And if it allowed me to like get really good at streaming, because this does sort of look like shit. All right. Well, I'll think about it, bud. I just don't want to. I'm a cheapskate. But I need to think Atomic Habits. I know, but okay, I gotta have light though to draw. Can't do it in the dark. This thing, this right here. So when on Steven's stuff, is he working digitally or is he working traditionally? I imagine he's doing everything digital, right? Which makes this a lot easier. Except for whatever reason with the new Windows update, I can't stream to. Yeah, all digital. Yeah. I do know that like Dawn has a pretty sweet setup. I've watched. I stayed on her stream last time for a really long time. But Dawn's also like really photogenic. I should probably. I don't know. Yeah, I know. And she's drop dead gorgeous. That can't hurt. I know. Well, most of us can, buddy. Alright, let's get a little bit more color in her face. The other thing about that camera tooth is it has a zoom. So I wouldn't have to lower it. I could literally just do, I could do like this, and it just. I spent about like an hour filling out the survey, and then I got to the price, and I was like, nope. I wonder if I could like just make my own arm, because it has a standard the camera. Okay, so the camera that's on it, they actually sell that camera right now. So the only thing that they don't have now is the arm itself. The arm and the software. All right. Well, I did not look into the software. What does the software do? Dude, this techno music is shit. I apologize, guys. Next time we'll do like Sinatra or something. I think it's a war crime to force people to listen to techno. I I think that's how they torture people at Guantanamo Bay. I don't know why I thought it'd be good. I think I had techno on last time, or maybe I had like R&B. I'm gonna have to take note of that though, because I really like the other one better. Alrighty, guys. It is 10:13. Being a bit bright from the light. It's automatic. It's automatic. So when it comes in, okay. And then the other thing you gotta understand, like my computer's basically dying. Um, I have absolutely everything on this thing backed up to like 4 different hard drives, external hard drives. Um, if here, let me show you this monitor over here. Can you see that dead spot? So that my secondary monitor is basically dying. I am very rough on my computers. They do not last long. Yeah. Um, and I've had this one 4 years now, which is that's the good thing about going with Macs though, is like Macs usually last 6 years, but they're really expensive. Um, but the hardware, the software updates and all that stuff last longer. I don't know. There's no good answers. I've just got to make enough on comic books that money's not an issue, right? And I could just be like, get on here and throw dollar bills to everybody. And you get a car! Get Oprah rich. See, I was thinking, Russ, I was thinking about the Studio Pro. Which is basically like a super souped up Mac Mini. But even the Mac Minis were pretty powerful. See, but Apple makes it really hard to. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, new. I I do hope. You know what I just hope. I hope that Death Watch does enough that I just get to keep doing it. That's what I hope. I just want to draw till I die. I don't want to. I don't want to have to like be a Walmart greeter. I want to be drawing comics the whole time. Not that there's anything. I'm not bagging on Walmart greeters. I love my Walmart greeters. I just don't want to do it. Dude, I'm rocking 64, dude. You're on 16 gigs? Did you mean 64? 16 does not sound like a lot of RAM, bro. I'm being a jerk to everybody on this live stream. I'm sorry. I'll blame it on Mom. We lost at Domino's. That and the fact that I haven't slept since I recovered from COVID, which will probably get me sick from COVID again. I am sick of COVID. I want COVID to go away forever. I'm sick of being sick. I want COVID to. I don't want to ever get COVID again. I've had it like 5 times, Russ. I've never tested positive, but like my parents both tested positive, and then I got sick taking care of them. So, 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? I mean, I don't have a medical degree, but okay. So let's talk a little bit about this coloring process that I'm doing right now. This is called rounding. So I'm basically taking the local color of color of the skin, and I'm basically indicating plane changes as they sort of as they turn away. So the lighting is basically straight on, which is how lighting appears in photographs. Real artists never draw or paint this way. They always paint with some type of like 3/4 lighting. Like if you look at a Russ, help me out. Who's the guy that's on New Gods right now? The Italian guy that's painting stuff. That guy's like out of control. All the Italians are out of control. They're killing it. Simone Bianchi. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. They're not using this lighting. This is basically Playboy lighting. It looks good on pinups, but it doesn't look good on anything else. And if you're careful, or if you're not careful, it doesn't even look good on pinups. So let's get some blue eyes in here, and then we'll probably call it. Ronnie, I'm sorry. Looks like I had to do one more episode with your commission, buddy. What did I just do? That was like the dumbest thing ever. Whoa! Did you guys hear that? Was I the only one that heard that? I think this techno music just dropped the F, or not the F-bomb. Can you guys hear the techno music playing? Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that like whatever I was listening to, they just used some naughty language. Well, yeah, if I turn it up loud, then you guys can't hear me talk, so I turn it down while I'm drawing. So I'm basically taking that blue, and the blue is actually acting as my shadow. And so what you're doing with the blue is if you have like a yellow light or an orange light, basically your shadows are going to be the contrast of that color. And things that are in sunlight tend to have a little bit of a yellow, if not green. But if it's key lighting, like during the optimum times of the day, the light's actually orange, which means your shadows are going to be blue. Because if you have an orange light, the opposite on the color wheel is blue. So, yeah, you always want to think about complements when it comes to shadows. And it'll really add depth to everything you're doing. Maybe not with this light of a blue, but can you guys even see that? Okay. And then I'm just gonna. The other thing that happens with cool colors is they push. Cool recedes while warm advances. Okay, so orange is actually the hottest color on the color wheel, and blue is the coldest color on the color wheel. So if you really want to push something into the background, you just blew it out. When in doubt, blew it out. Beauty! You have to be from the 90s to get that reference. And you have to be a comic nerd too. Russ might get it. Okay, guys, here, let's see if we can't straighten this out and get a nice shot of where we're at. There we go. Look at that. So that's as far as we got. We basically got the inks done. Got the colors done. We'll finish it up on the next live stream. Or I might need to finish it beforehand. I would love to do a whatnot sale before we go off to New York. And I have a ton of stuff ready to go. So, anywho, thanks to everybody for showing up. I had fun. Tooth, my apologies. I won't be so. I'll try not to be so cantankerous in the future. I want to be a nice old man and not a mean old man. I'm thinking green for like for the shirt and the webbing and the helmet. Maybe some red hair. I know, right? I know. You seriously have to choose when you get older. You're like, am I going to be nice today or am I going to be the world's biggest asshole? All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Please come back next week. We'll keep it going, and I'll at least show you where I'm at with this. So, everyone be good. We'll talk to you.